Hey lovelies, I wanted to do a purple eye look with you today, and I'm going to be using my SEINT makeup, of course. I'm a SEINT artist and I love SEINT makeup. I've been using other products for decades. I love makeup. I've always loved makeup, but I love it not only for the quality of the makeup, but there are lots of good makeups, but I love how customizable it is. And you can check out my video on the 5 things that I love about that. But everything you're gonna be seeing today is using SEINT makeup, and so if you're interested in any of the colors or interested in getting a skin color match from me, then reach out to me and we can get you started. So, okay, I have already done my skin colors, and just in case you are curious on my skin, I have today Amber for my main highlight over the majority of my face. Not all of it. It's a color by number system that I talk about in my skin video, so check those out if you haven't learned how to hack yet. And then I'm using White Peach for my brightening highlight. I did not put it under my eye yet because I'm gonna be using some dark purples, some dark colors, and you'll always get some fallout. And so that I don't have to worry about cleaning that up and can clean it up easily, then I haven't done that yet. I have Plum on my cheeks. I have Plum with a little bit of Black Cherry on my lips, and I put a little bit of Illuminator Photoshop on today. So let's get started with the eyes. First, I primed my eyelid with the White Peach, and that was my brightening highlight to get rid of the look of veins, discolorations, and to kind of give my eyeshadow something to attach to and to give them a nice even canvas so that my vibrancy of my purple is gonna stick out today. So, and then I'm going to go into Basic, and that is that really pretty nice basic tan color. I use it every day. It is a great neutral base, and I'm using my eyeshadow brush. This is also a SEINT item. Everything I'm using today, with the exception of my mascara, will be SEINT, and so if there is anything that you see that you like, then let me know, and I can get that for you. And I'm just kind of working it along in my crease. I use windshield wiper and just kind of little swirls, but I'm trying to stay really close to the crease. I don't want to swirl up too much. And then I'm just going in again with the same basic color, and I'm just kind of building the depth of that color I want, because it's going to have to balance the weight of the purple and the black and the shimmer that I'm gonna be wearing on my lid. And then I just do the same on the other side. And the nice thing about Basic is that you can build the color and you can get a nice brown there, but it's not going to be too dark, and it's gonna take a while to be able to get it super dark if that's what you're wanting. I have Basic on my brows. I used a little bit of Bird also where I needed a little bit more depth, but for the most part it is what's on my brow. So you can build it dark, but it's not going to be too dark too soon and get you too deep. All right, and then next I'm going to go into a little bit of a heavier brown, and let's go in with Trust. That's that nice dark kind of milk chocolate brown, and I'm gonna put it very dark, as you can see. I'm gonna put it just lightly in this outer triangle area of my eyelid. And I just got like a feathers touch on there because it goes on really dark. And then I'm gonna pull that up a little bit into that crease, the edge there at the end. And you can see all of the depth that it gives. Do the same thing for this side. In that outer triangle, the outer corner, and then I'm gonna bring that up just to kind of blend it into that crease here on the outside. And so that brown color is kind of hugging this whole outside area. And then I'm gonna go back in with my eyeshadow brush, same brush. For the stuff in the crease that I was doing, I was using the big fluffy end. For this darker shade, I used the pencil brush end. That's the nice thing about our brushes, is that they are double-ended, so it's like getting two brushes for one. And I'm gonna go back in with that basic, that lighter brown, and I'm gonna go over that just to kind of blend everything really nicely. I'm still gonna have the depth over here on the outside, but it's just kind of gonna make things blend a little better and soften them just a little. And then I'm gonna go in with Pup, which is this super, super, super light color. It's practically the color of my skin. And I'm just gonna put it on the upper edge of my crease, the very top of that, just to kind of blend and soften that line so it's nice and soft and isn't too harsh, too severe. And now we're going to get dark. We are going to go in to this bright, bright purple. And this purple is amazing. It's like electric purple. It's not neon, but it's just lush and deep and velvety. Kind of a bit of shimmer, but more on the metallic end. And so we'll use the same brush, the small end, and we'll start here in this outer corner where we first put that Trust brown. And we'll just lay right over that with the As If purple. And as you can see, it's super duper duper pigmented. And then I'm gonna take, right next to it, I have Midnight, and that's kind of a deep, deep purple. It's more of a matte. And I'm gonna kind of blend here at the edge of that purple, the As If, where it meets the crease, just to kind of blend those together. And then I'll come do the same thing on the other side. put it in the outer triangle, moving it inward, and then to marry it with the crease, I'm going to go in with, the Midnight color, which is a matte purple, more of an eggplant. Got it too dark, so I'm gonna wipe that off my brush, go in with a naked brush that has no product on it, and just kind of blend that a little on the outside there. And I want to keep things low. I don't want my whole eye to be super, super, super dark. Okay. All right, and then on the front part, the inside of my eyelid, I'm going to use this Gigi. It's a pretty icy taupe color. I'm gonna put it on the inside there with the big fluffy end of my eyeshadow brush. And I'll put it on this. And get that good and coated. And as you can see, there's a little bit of pink or lavender or something to the Gigi. You don't always see it, but it definitely has an undertone that if you put it with pinks or purples, that it can bring it out. And then we're gonna go over the top of that with more of that As If, which is the bright purple, but it's gonna turn into an icy lavender when I put it over that Gigi color. So pretty. And we don't have that same kind of icy lavender color, not one that is this purple. And so those two look really good together. And it saves room in my palette because I don't have to have every shade of the rainbow. I can have a number of different colors, but I can mix these luscious velvety colors to give them different effects. And then I think, let's go ahead and put a little Bend and Snap. It is a light taupe also, but it also has a little bit of that undertone of pink. And I'm using my finger because that brings out even more pop in our shimmers. And that just gives it a little bit more. So let's go back to the As If over the trust out here on the outside. Let's go ahead and bump up that purple just a little more, just to make sure we have that good and coated. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that Midnight, which was that matte kind of eggplant purple. Kind of blend it up here into that crease. Darken that so that the purple blends in with what I have going on my crease. And I have more darkness of my crease coming in here, and I like to kind of match that up. So I'm gonna need to bring this up a little. So let's go back into Basic that we started with. That's that light, nice tan. And just bring that up a dab so that both of my eyes can be symmetrical. Okay. So we have a very dark eye, but we didn't make the entire eye. We didn't get too dark and bring it up. We're keeping it kind of low and kind of concentrated around the eyelid. We're making that the star. And then I'm gonna go in, this is already so dark, I'm gonna go in with the black. I'm gonna go in with our Salem eyeshadow. I love, 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 and I've been doing this since well before I found Saint. I love going in with powder eyeshadows as my eyeliner because I have a triple decker's worth of colors that I can use for an eyeliner. It's soft, it's very forgiving, it's very easy to smoke. And I've used liquid liners and many different things, pencils in the past, but my favorite and the one that I always come back to is using my eyeshadows. Salem is a great black because it is not too deep. It's like a charcoal black. It's black enough, but not too over the top. So if you want it to be vampy, it can be, and you can build it up. But if you want it to be more subtle, you can. Now, most of the time, well, all of the time, if I'm going out, I don't really use false eyelashes, but they're very, very popular right now, and they do give a beautiful look. But eyelashes in comparison to those can look kind of wimpy, and so building up a dark color here at your lash line is going to make it look like your eyelashes are thicker than they are and give more of that lush look down at the base. I feel like I need something, especially since I have hazel eyes, which are a medium color eye, that I need something dark here to kind of anchor all of the depth we have going on in my eyeshadow colors. So this black is the perfect thing. And you can go as thin as you want, you can go as light as you want, you do not have to wing it out as much. And if black still scares you too much, then you could go with a dark charcoal gray or a dark brown, and like Junior Prom or like Coal or Trust, and that would work too. All right, so let's go ahead, and I'm gonna use that basic, which was that nice light brown, and I'm gonna come down on my lower lash line. Still using the same brush the whole time, and I'm using the pencil brush end, and I'm just coming down lightly as close as I can get to that lower lash line, and I'm lightly working that basic across the lower lash line. And it's automatically going to be smoky because this brush is kind of wide, and so you're not going to get a razor thin line. If you want a razor thin line, then you're going to want to use our line brush, and that has the flat, short, angled brush that'll get you that razor thin line. And all right, and then I'm gonna go into that Trust color, that dark brown that we did on the edges under the purple, and I'm gonna do it really on this outside part. Went very dark very quickly, probably a little darker than I needed, but we'll go with it. So to soften that up a little, in case that's too vampy or too much for what you're wanting, I'm gonna go into that pup again that I softened this upper color with, and I'm gonna put pup and feather it in underneath. So it'll kind of soften that line up. Okay. Now it's gonna look a little crazy now because I still have to clean up down there. So it may look like it's pretty dark, like I've got bruised eyes or under eye, but we're gonna fix that. Okay, just a final look to make sure that everything is the way I want. And I'm gonna go in. This side is not as pale purple as this side. And so some of that purple got covered up by my eyeliner. So let's bump up the purple over here on this side so that it matches equally. All right, and let's go into my illuminators. And today, let's keep it a little, well, let's go for it. Let's go with Glamazing. Our powder illuminators are going to have much more pow. So go light with them because they are like a disco ball. So I went really, 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 really light. And I was gonna go lighter so we weren't full on Club Glam, but you may wanna see that. And then it's so much lighter here. I'm gonna go in with the line brush that I talked about earlier, that flat angled brush end. And I'm gonna go in with the Trust color that we used earlier for our brown, and just really, really barely dab it and barely put it as close as I can get to my lower lash line. And then if it's coming off a little too harsh for the look you're wanting to, you can kind of smudge that out. And if you need it even smokier, you can go back to that pencil brush end of the eyeshadow brush. I am gonna go ahead in and touch up with my Salem. Now that my mascara is dry, I'm just gonna touch up at the very base of my lashes so that we have depth there to carry the black mascara and the heaviness of the look. Okay, so if you are a purple pant fan like I am, you are hopefully gonna love this look. I love purple, I love color, I love to play around. Some days I like the light and natural and nudes and pinks, but a lot of days I like to play with the color because I like being a kid again and I like playing like I have my new set of paints. So if you like any of the colors, if you want any of these colors, this is the best purple that you are going to find. So the As If color is really great. All of the other colors are great. They go on really velvety. They're the shimmers, the metallic shimmers especially, are just like crushed velvet, just gorgeous, regal. And so let me know if you need color match for your skin, your contour, anything. I can help you out. I'm not gonna be a one-stop shop like Sephora when you go in and you see the girl and they may help you a little bit. In COVID right now, you probably can't even test the makeup, and then you're on your own once you hit home. We will keep working together to get the look that you are wanting, because I want every woman out there to feel beautiful in her own way. And if that's heavy duty glam, or if that's barefaced beauty, or if that's just skincare alone, then I want to help you get there. So reach out to me and I can help you out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me any comments. I love hearing from you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.